This morning in Legal Logic, sure, divorce is hard on the kids, but what about your pets? A Rhode Island lawmaker is looking to give them a voice, introducing a bill that would require judges to take the best interest of the animal into account when determining custody. So how does it all work? Well, here to break it all down for us is attorney Brian Cuna, who brought his pup Gatsby.
Gatsby.
Welcome back.
This is the lovely little Gatsby. That's right. Say hi to Michaela, Gatsby.
Hi, Gatsby.
Gatsby.
So tell us a little bit about Gatsby. He's so cute.
Gatsby is a Morkie, which means he's mixed Maltese and a Yorkie. He's 6 years old, and he's a good little guy.
Yeah,
He's a great little guy.
A member of your family, wouldn't
Member of
you
the
say?
family. That's right.
And I think that's what touches home to a lot of people. Pets are part of our family. They're like our kids.
Particularly today, I think that changing attitudes and mores and everything else is changing now, and pets are, like, as you said, a more part of the family. Okay, now this is basically Becky's dog, but you know, I'm part of it too.
Right.
But that's what this new law is aimed at.
So what happens now? I mean, when there is a divorce now, before this bill goes into effect, what happens to the pets?
Traditionally, dogs and pets are looked at as property. But they're not a bicycle or a door or a cabin or a bed. Today, with changing society, they're really looking out for the best interest of the animal. Now, that sounds a little bit weird, but basically what the law is looking at is who really takes care of the dog, who feeds the dog, who houses the dog, who hugs the dog, who walks the dog.
Shows that love and affection.
Correct. And so what the law is saying is who really has the most emotional ties to that animal, and that pet. And that makes total sense, particularly today. I mean, you know, in the olden days where, well, not the olden days, but in the less modern days, which there were more kids in the family.
Certainly.
People got married earlier. When the family broke up, the dog usually went with the kids. But many families today, there aren't any kids. It's just the pet. So it's a good law. I think it's a smart thing. I think it's good. It's good for the little Gatsby to go with the person that takes care of him, brings him to the vet, walks him every day, like Becky does, and so forth. So Gatsby loves Becky, and he likes me too.
He really does. He's so cute. He wants to run all over this set, by the way. There's so many new smells. He's been everywhere. Are other states doing this? Does this happen elsewhere?
Yes. You wouldn't. There's a tremendous amount of litigation nationally about this sort of thing. And they're also giving pets typically rights. For example, or a person rights that loses a pet to the negligence of others. And there was a big lawsuit several years ago, and if anybody remembers, where there was pet food that was sent to the United States, and all these poor little doggies were dying, and so forth and so on. And unfortunately, under the traditional laws, the dog is only worth what it would cost, but not the intrinsic emotional value. So the laws are changing to give people rights with regard to the loss of something as important as their dog.
And I think that's great, because like you said, before, when they were just known as property, I mean, you can't replace a dog, a bed, a bicycle, a couch, whatever. You can replace all of that, but it's just like a child, like you said.
So the new law is the best interests of the animal, but it looks at these kinds of 6 or 7 or 8 factors, and it's very simple, and I think it's easier for judges too, because the judges now put in a position of just saying, okay, what are these 8 questions? Who takes care of the dog? Who feeds him? Who walks him? Right. Very simple. It's actually a good little law.
We really just want them to find a loving home.
And we want Gatsby to be happy.
Yes, I think Brian and Gatsby are very happy together. Thank you so much for coming in. If you'd like to get even more free legal advice from Brian Cuna and Associates, check out roadshow.com and click on the Legal Logic channel.
And Gatsby wants to get back to his